Everyone is talking about Web3. Some are convinced it's nothing but a scam. Others say the games are dull and not worth the time. A third group thinks maybe it's interesting, but I'm ready too late. These myths keep repeating. People share them in chats, post them in comments, and newcomers struggle to tell what's true and what's just a stereotype. In this video, we've gathered the most common myths about Web3 games and we'll address them one by one. At each step, we'll show how VOXEL, a real, active project, disproves them in practice. Let's start with the biggest myth. All Web3 games are scams or empty shells. This reaction has almost become automatic. As soon as people hear Web3, they assume it's just promises, flashy words, and no real value behind them. And it's not surprising. There really have been plenty of projects that launched on hype, attracted attention and money, and then disappeared a few months later. That's why it's so easy for newcomers to believe that they are all the same. But it's important to understand the difference. An empty shell project is one thing, a living, evolving game is another. We've already made a detailed breakdown and checklist on how to spot the difference. That video is on our channel. Check it out if you want to learn how to avoid the traps. Now, let's look at VOXEL. From the very beginning, it took a different path. The project has been live for over half a year and that time not only maintained activity but has steadily grown through phases, adding new features and expanding its economy. Over this period, players have already withdrawn more than $900,000 across 50,000 transactions. That's not vague promises about a future TGE, it's reality available right now. VOXEL is built so that value is created at every stage. Collections that generate on are already live, a marketplace is in place, and regular leaderboards with major prizes keep the game competitive. These are the facts that dismantle the first myth. Scam projects have been existed and will exist, but putting all Web3 games in the same basket means ignoring what's already working here and now. Myth number 2. Web3 games are nothing but boring token farming. This myth grew out of countless cookie-cutter clickers. Those projects were built on the formula login, top ones, get a bit of token. No strategy, no depth, nothing that could hold a player's attention for more than a couple of days. So it's no surprise that many people who tried that format ended up thinking the whole Web3 space is the same. VOXEL works differently. The game is built on a variety of mechanics and every player can choose the path that fits them best. Want to focus on farming through collections? Go ahead. Prefer trading? Use the marketplace to resell and profit from deals. Competitive spirit. Fight for the top in the leaderboards. You can invest in upgrades, build long-term strategies, or simply play at your own pace, and each approach brings its own results. VOXEL isn't limited to one format, it's a living-in game economy, where your decisions generally shape your progress. Calling it boring farming misses the point. Web3 gaming can be as engaging as the titles you usually get hooked on in the evenings. Myth number 3. All the advantages go only to the first players. It often feels like if you weren't there from day one, the train has already left. The leaders have secured their spots at the top and newcomers are left to pick up crumbs. This belief comes straight from the early days of crypto projects, where only the earliest participants had a real chance to win. VOXEL was built differently from the start. The game evolves in phases, and each phase reshapes the rules. These aren't cosmetic updates, but full-scale resets of opportunities. New mechanics come in, new rarities are introduced. That means every new cycle opens fresh entry points and gives newcomers a fair shot to step in on equal terms. This format makes VOXEL truly dynamic. The game doesn't freeze at one stage or turn into a closed club. Instead, VOXEL keeps restarting the race, creating new chances to compete and giving anyone who joins today the opportunity to fight for real results. Myth number 4. To play and get results in Web3, you need thousands of dollars upfront. Many people believe that without big investments, there's nothing to do in these projects, that everything is already reserved for the whales and everyone else is just a spectator. In VOXEL, you can start and keep playing for free. You join, try out the mechanics, collect models, and only then decide whether to invest or not. The low barrier lets anyone experience the game firsthand instead of watching from the sidelines. Just as important, every player's path is flexible. No one knows how your run will turn out. Maybe you'll farm steadily at your own pace, or maybe in your very first month you'll jump onto the leaderboard and land a prize worth thousands of tons. Or you might pull a rare NFT while building. All of that actually happens, and it's exactly what makes VOXEL exciting. The field is open, and there's always a real chance to break through. Myth number 5. To succeed in a Web3 game, you need to be a programmer or a crypto genius. For many people, the word blockchain still sounds intimidating. They picture lines of code, long wallet addresses, private keys to store, endless tutorials on forums. It feels like without all that technical knowledge, there is no place for you in Web3, that it's a world only for developers and hardcore crypto enthusiasts. But for a VOXEL player, everything looks and feels like a regular game. You can jump in however it's convenient, directly in Telegram, in your browser, or with a desktop client on your computer. The interface is intuitive. Tap, collect, upgrade. Everything is wrapped in a game format. The only difference is that the rewards are real. That's exactly why VOXEL stands out. It removes the barriers, keeps all the complicated blockchain mechanics under the hood, and gives the players a simple, straightforward experience. We've just walked through the most common myths. Each seems reasonable at first glance, but in reality, they fall apart. Most are just familiar excuses people use to mask doubt. Scam? No. VOXEL builds an economy backed by real numbers, not promises. Boring? No. People spend hours on empty games. VOXEL stays engaging from the first minutes. Too late? No. Every phase opens new chances. Too expensive? You can play with zero upfront and still come out ahead. Too complex? No. Telegram, web or desktop. Open it and play. VOXEL has cleared the myths. One question remains. Why haven't you tried it yourself?